Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. It's Saturday. Yay! It's Saturday, September 24th, and here we are gathered together to check out the latest headlines from our city, our state, and our country, to read your beautiful good mornings and to read your questions, to find out what you're about this weekend, what you're going to be doing, so forth and so on. As always, it is a pleasure to get together with all of you, and today is no exception. And as always, we're going to welcome friends that are watching for the first time live. If that fits your bill and you want to let us know, you can write the word new in your comment, and we'll be so happy to give you a nice little welcome. And if you have something truly important that you wish to share with everyone, something that you don't want us to miss, please add the capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and we'll be so very happy to discuss it or bring it up to everyone's attention. Today, we have news of more earthquakes. We have news. We're going to have a quick crash course on tectonic plates. Why not? We have news about our relationship with Nayarit. We have, don't get me started, news. And we have how stupid can you get? Oh my God. I read something in the news that just made me roll my eyes about how stupid can you get. But we'll get to that in a second. First, let us start with the more important stuff, and we'll take it from there. Well, this one, I am happy to say I did not feel. I slept so poorly the night before that yesterday I was napping when at approximately 1:25 p.m., another quake with an epicenter 70 kilometers south of Tecomán in the state of Colima was felt here in Puerto Vallarta. The quake had a magnitude of 5.2 in the Richter scale. According to the National Earthquake Service, there have been over 1,620 aftershocks since Monday's 7.7 magnitude earthquake. Now, that number should not scare you, friends. Remember that the plates are always moving. It's just that a lot of times the movements are imperceptible. So don't be wigging out here. Of course, folks are now asking for earthquake alarms similar to the one in the foreground of this photograph near Mexico City's Ángel de la Independencia statue. And it's good to know that Mexico's earthquake alert system does have 97 sensors throughout two major tectonic plates that affect Mexico, the Cocos Plate and the North American Plate. And these sensors are located in the states of Jalisco, Colima, Michoacán, Guerrero, Oaxaca, and Puebla, with audible alerts, audible sirens in the cities, in cities such as Mexico City, Acapulco, Chilpancingo, Morelia, Oaxaca, and a few others. And to add a little bit of context to this and to discuss a little bit of plate tectonic, just in case you didn't know, Plate tectonics is the theory that Earth's outer shell is divided into large slabs of solid rock called plates, and these plates are constantly gliding, moving against each other. When they bump, that's what creates pressure, and when this pressure is released, that's what creates earthquakes. So here we can clearly see that the vast majority of the country is in what is known as the North American plate, but then there's this plate called Placa de Cocos, and according to these arrows, these plates are constantly wanting to move against each other, and this is why we tend to have more earthquakes here in the Pacific side of our country. And that is our quick and dirty tectonic plate 101. Let's see what else. A bit of context is also required in this one. Here you see Luis Villaseñor. He is the director of Puerto Vallarta's Tourism Bureau. And his duties, which have everything to do with promoting our city and tourism, both nationally and internationally, also include the organization of Gala Vallarta. Gala Vallarta is an annual event that for the past 25 years has brought together Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit with hundreds of tourism wholesalers from around the world, airlines, hotels, and so forth, to jointly promote Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit as a destination. But of course, and given Nayarit governor's interesting name changing decisions and mindset about his state as of late, it is now up in the air whether the state of Nayarit will want to jointly promote both destinations in next year's event. Gala Vallarta has taken place usually at the convention center here in Puerto Vallarta, so we will have to find out what will happen. Of course, Puerto Vallarta and the state of Jalisco will continue to promote themselves, and I am sure that a lot of people at tourism industry level that would like to see both states promoting jointly, we will have to wait and see what is going to happen this coming year. This is a quick one. The municipality of Puerto Vallarta's budget proposals have been approved, and the budget proposal will not include tax collection for the pets you own. So go ahead and adopt as many and as much as you want, as many pets as you want to have, as you will not be taxed for them moving forward. You may recall that a few weeks ago, one of the council members for the city of Puerto Vallarta had this idea of asking residents to pay for the privilege of owning a pet, something that may be common elsewhere, but not so much here in our city. And this one makes me want to roll my neck again. Where is the eye-rolling lady? Yeah, here she is. Hello, eye-rolling lady. We need you for two news items today. The first one has to do with that fire, that black column of smoke that we saw a couple of days ago. And it's so funny because Logan told me that a taxi driver told him that it was drugs, what they were burning. And of course, I figured, of course, it's hearsay. We don't pay attention to that. But it wasn't a fire drill. It was 200 kilos of cocaine. I mean, what is this problem with local authorities and telling the truth? What is offensive about burning 200 kilos of cocaine? They had to say that it was a fire drill. I just don't get it when they do that kind of stuff. Anyhow, just so you know, it was not a drill. It was 200 kilos of cocaine. That's all I know I'm rambling here, but I just don't get it. Anyhow, let's take a look at the weather and take it from there. I mean, what a good thing that they're taking care of us. What a good thing that they're taking care of business. What is so embarrassing about burning cocaine? 27 degrees. Oh, and Snarky Weather says, I've got your fucking weather right here. Not my words. I am quoting. 27 degrees. Humidity is at 100%. Oh, Snark is all out there. I love it. Fahrenheit degrees, in case you are a Fahrenheit kind of person, We're enjoying 81 degrees right now, and our weather forecast says it's going to be, well, we already know that it's going to be humid, but it's going to rain today until the evening with a high of 31 and a low of 25. Sunday, tomorrow, is going to be humid and partly cloudy with a high of 32 and a low of 26. And Monday, rain overnight with a high of 32 and a low of 25. And I'm seeing all your cocaine related comments. We'll get to those in a second. But first, I want to also let you know this is an FYI more than anything else, because news from the federal government about the Islas Marías seem to trickle down as slowly as my water supply this week. I'm still having very little water flow because Zapal is doing improvements around the country. So showers have been such a blessing, even though they have been very, very short. Anyhow, now the federal government has launched a company that is going to be run by the Marines. It's called Turística Integral Islas Marías. So this is the company that is going to handle all our reservations and all of our trip arrangements when we want to visit the Islas Marías, which, as we know, is Mexico's final penal colony, and it's located right off the coast of Nayarit. And for the last year and a half, they've been saying, well, we're going to open them to the public, and you're going to be able to visit them. And then they said you're going to be able to spend the night. And of course, new terminals are being built so that we can go from here, and we can go from a couple of ports in Nayarit. But we don't know how much it's going to cost. We don't know when this is going to happen. We don't know anything. So again, the information has been trickling, and at least now we know what to Google, Turística Integral Islas Marías, when it comes time to book our trip. And last but not least, how stupid can you get? These, ay Dios mío, these French students were, and I say were in past tense because they've been expelled, were part of an exchange program with the La Salle University in Mexico City. And one of them thought it would be very smart and original to post these photos on their Instagram page. The first photo has to do with text that says, well, I just spent 1 month with the Indians, referring to us Mexicans. Now, the word indigenous or Indian is, in theory, should not be an insult, because of one way or another, we all have Indian genes or indigenous genes because we are from here. We're Mexican, so it's no big whoop. But that photo of the other guy taking a dump while he's covering himself with the Mexican flag, that really ruffled feathers, and joined and combined with the statement of, I've survived 1 month with the Indians. This didn't fare very well in social media, so the university kicked them out, and the university published a letter, and they said, thank you, but no thank you. Go back to France. We will not have this kind of behavior here. Tómala. And that's the news for today. That's the news for today. Let's see what you guys are up to. And yes, sure, why not? We'll do little background music. Why not? It is that kind of day. Please feel free to comment and tell me what you're up to this weekend. For me, it's going to be about chilling, about crocheting. I have a couple of errands to run in town today, so I'm going to bring my cameras just in case. And tomorrow, I'm just going to chill and hope that it stops trembling. But here you go. Here you go. Corona, California. Charles Glenn Knavel says, good morning. It's great to read you. Good mornings from many different places, and those are absolutely wonderful as usual. I hope everyone is having a great weekend, says Doug Baldrige. I hope so as well. I hope so too. Dan says, had to miss the live show yesterday to take the cat to the vet. She is fine, and we have the only cat we know that is now on Metamucil. Oh, how funny is that? Yay! Greetings from Alaska Airlines Flight 134 to PVR. How fancy. That is very fancy. Oh, here's a cue. We got an email from Raintree next to the Westin in the Marina that they had canceled all of their reservations for the next week due to damages from Monday's earthquake. Interesting. Well, there you have it. Here in the city where there is no structural damage, there is structural damage apparently. Oh, this is such an interesting statement. Please take a second to read this. Bolillo para el susto, which is a very common Mexican expression. In Mexico, allegedly or supposedly, if you eat a bolillo, which you know it's a white bread used to make tortas, and if you're scared, you eat a bolillo and the fright goes away. So that's what the Mexican saying goes. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Better that the plates releases in moderate quakes than in one huge destructive one. Still unnerving. Well, you see, that's the theory, that these little constant tremors that we seldom feel are the plates making adjustments, but scientists predict that every now and then the plates do need to really pop, and that's what people fear. Let's see. I see preventive opus from Brian. I don't know what that referred to, but I love it. A preemptive opus. I love it. Bill says, I am indeed the new owner of Artisan Bakery. Yesterday, I got stuck saying Paradise Bakery, and I'm glad you slapped me because I was wrong. Rod Hardy from Bucerias, that's a good point. You have to have something to burn during a fire drill. But again, I mean, don't get me started. Let's see. Angelicas. Of course you're not spending the night in one of the cells. They've built casitas and they've built things. I mean, there has to be housing for the people that used to take care of the inmates. But I mean, between us, I think it's going to be a great trip. I'm dying to go and check it out. Hopefully they won't clean it too much. I want to see the way it was experienced. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's see what else we have. Oh, Billy is chiming in from Guanajuato this weekend. Guanajuato, I don't know if you're in Guanajuato State or if you are in the city. The city of Guanajuato is a gorgeous colonial city. I am so glad you're having the opportunity to enjoy it. Gina's working through the weekend. Michael is working through the weekend. Dale reminded me that there is that the Yarn Benders group here in town has weekly gatherings, but they usually happen in the morning. But there is one a month that happens in the afternoons, and I will do some research to join the next one that happens in the afternoon, because unfortunately the morning one I'm here. Carmen and Claudia from Oculto says, here's a reminder that there are nacos from France and also from Mexico. Naco, for those of you that don't know, is, oh my God, can we get into nacos? A naco is a person that is uncultured and vulgar and ignorant. Yes, ignorant. A naco is a person that is uncultured and ignorant, and but we could talk about nacos forever. Reminder continued. One Mexican one time extinguished the perennial fire under the Arch de Triomphe in Paris by peeing in it. Oh my God, it caused a diplomatic scandal. These French guys are just as nacos. Well, there you go. Every country has one, that's for sure. And some countries have more than one, but don't get me started. Let's see what else. Oh, totally off topic, but did you guys notice that it's slightly chillier now in the morning? I think it's absolutely wonderful. And what else? Well, I've gotten to the end of the comments. And I forgot to bring up a bit of news. Why did I not bring up the news about? I don't know why, but I had a bit of news about the Consumer Protection Bureau in Mexico shut down a Sam's store somewhere in the country because they check your ticket and your merchandise on the way out. And who knew that that was forbidden? Because I mean, every time I go to Costco and every time I go to Sam's, they check my ticket wherever I go. But now it turns out it's forbidden. Will that happen in the rest of the stores? Who knows? All I know is that it is Saturday. We are going to have a nice weekend, at least yours truly is. But I truly hope that you guys have a great weekend. Next week, we are going to have an interview that I conducted this week with Josh, a resident tie-dye expert, so that we can learn a little bit more about how he got into doing tie-dye shirts and how his business is doing and how he and his girlfriend Lucy have empowered themselves by learning all kinds of skills to help them not only make these t-shirts, but for Lucy to launch and administer this wonderful new traveling artisan market called Hecho a Mano. And that's part of what we're going to be doing next week. So stay happy, stay kind, enjoy the weekend, sleep through the earthquakes, and stay in touch. I will see you again soon.